Hey everybody, welcome to GGS Railways. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. Alright, today we're going to do an unboxing, but before we get to the unboxing, we're going to talk about what's on the track behind the boxes that you can't see yet. So let me get the boxes moved and we'll be right back and we'll get this started. Alright everybody, so I'm doing the video this way because I know not everybody's seen the past videos and perhaps you don't remember anyway. This is the Fandor locomotive, and you're probably thinking to yourself, gosh, what is a Fandor locomotive? Well, Fandor was a toy company from Germany, and the name Fandor was actually the conglomeration of a bunch of letters from a bunch of different people's names that formed the company, I believe including the mother, the mother of the family. And anyway, so they formed the company Fandor. Now, Fandor was out of Germany, and unfortunately, right prior to the war, they fled Germany because they happened to be Jewish. But anyway, prior to doing that, they formed a company in the United States called Dorfan, and that's, you know, clever. They just rearranged the letters of the name, right? And Dorfan is this guy here. This is Dorfan. This would be the import version, and so they tried to get into the model train world here in the United States, and they failed. They failed spectacularly. And the reason that they failed is that in Germany, apparently the cost to produce things was less, or easier, or less restrictions, or something that prohibited them from doing things the same way here in the United States. And anyway, long story short, you will probably never see a Dorfan locomotive, and the reason for that is that they had a lot of problems in the making of the locomotives, particularly in the alloy that they used for the actual locomotives. It was a zinc-based thing, and if you're in the model train world at all, you know what zinc does over time. And anyway, it was just not a good alloy. I'm going to throw a picture right here of what it does. And it didn't even take time much time for that to even happen. So as time went on, Dorfan, they found that they had no locomotives to sell. And one particular holiday season, they got so desperate that they actually bought and repainted Ives locomotives and put their Dorfan name on it. So if you find a Dorfan locomotive in this day and time that's not rotten, probably it really was Ives. So all right, so having said all that, the point of this video is we have a Fandor locomotive, which is pulling Dorfan because we don't have a Dorfan locomotive because there aren't any. So what we're going to do today is we're going to unbox a bunch of stuff that's from Dorfan, which has been of course the United States offering. So let's get to that. I have 3 boxes of stuff. All right, so I have the first of 3 boxes up here, and I'm going to open the box and we're just going to kind of look at it, talk about it for just a second. And then once we get all 3 boxes open, we'll zoom in and we will show you guys, in a way that you guys can actually take a look pretty well. Anyway, let's get this open. So the story on this is I was browsing eBay and I found a Dorfan, train car. And later on I found that the seller had more than one. As a matter of fact, he has 3 and I bought 2. I may go ahead and buy the 3rd one anyway. All right, so got the receipt. We definitely don't need that. We will not be returning this guy. So all right, so that's it with the box. That's it with the receipt. We get that out of the way. So all right. So I think I about got this package open finally. So all right. Woohoo! So as you guys may know, when I first got into the model train world, I was really super duper into the passenger cars. And I know I said I was going to wait to zoom this guy in, but I can't wait. It is just too awesome. All right, let me get this zoomed in. Let's see what we got here. So, all right, this is a passenger car. Once again, this is by Dorfan. And he does light up, I just noticed. But check it out. It has passengers in it. That is awesome. Now, this is well over 100 years old. So the fact that we could still see the passengers and they still look like passengers is pretty freaking amazing. All right, let's move on to the next thing. All right, so here we have the second box. You might notice that I put our passenger car here on the track. Man, that looks sharp. Once again, we will get it zoomed in really good, and definitely going to be worth waiting for. All right, so let's get the second box open. Let's do this. Let's get in the receipt. We do not need that. So this guy's wrapped in paper. So maybe this guy will be a little bit easier. That plastic was a little tough there. All right, once again, I bought this from the same seller as the last one. So you can probably guess what this is. Very closely related to what we already have. So, all right, here we go, here we go. All right, yeah, I like the paper that I can tear. I don't really like using that knife too much. All right, here we go, Y'all ready for this? Let's see, we're stuck on a piece of tape. There we go. All right, man, I'm excited. Uh-oh, it's like Christmas. Paper is flying. All right, here we go, here we go. Yes, here's yet another passenger car. Now this one is a little bit different color, and this guy's been rewired. Let's see. So this guy may actually light up. Man, man, oh man, oh man. All right, I'm gonna get this zoomed in once again because, man, this guy is even nicer than the last one. Check this out. All right, check it out. All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go. Look at that. Man, you can see the people. I mean, man. All right. Well, you know, the paint and the finish on this one is a little interesting, but the people are, man, that is so vivid. That is so cool for being as old as it is. All right, let's get on to the next thing. All right, guys, and last but not least, we have this box. And this is going to be more Dorfan stuff, I can just tell you. And so, all right, I think there's 3 different things in here. Well, maybe there's 4 different things in here. You know, I don't know. We'll find out together. So, all right, let's see here. I'm trying to do this in a way that may not be all that logical. So, all right, this looks like it's probably a caboose. And it's actually kind of nice looking. All right, so that's it. That's the caboose. Now, it is missing the very top here. Now, the likelihood of probably ever finding that is probably next to nothing. All right, so, all right, you know, very cool. So let's see what else we have in this box. So, all right, no tape used on this, so kind of appreciating that. All right, so this is actually another passenger car. This one's a little bit different than that. It looks a little smaller. That's interesting. Oh, and it's built differently too. So, all right, I didn't know this until right this moment, but clearly Dorfan must have had 2 different lines. And generally speaking, if it follows the Lionel and Ives pricing strategy, which is probably the same, the ones where you see that it has just the 4 wheels and no trucks, these are generally the cheaper ones, as opposed to say, you know, our caboose here that's, you know, got the movable trucks and yeah. All right, so let's see what else we got in the box here. I did not notice that when I bought it. I just noticed it was Dorfan. So all right, here we have yet another one of the same thing. So all right, that is very, very cool. We're gonna have quite a nice train here in a minute. And you know, just to think that, you know, just a very few moments ago, we only had one lonely Dorfan tank car. So all right, yay! Uh-oh, well, this one's a do-it-yourself thing. All right, so this is the other style, what is probably the you know, less expensive line. It looks like the top has come off here, but probably he just snaps right back on would be my guess. I don't know if I can do it while we're doing the video or not, but that is really how he goes. I know that's how he goes. So, all right, anyway, all right. Let me get the box out of the way, and I'm going to get all of the stuff on the track. We're going to check it out. Let's do it. All right, now for probably the part that some of you guys have been waiting for. We're going to zoom in on these guys and show you real close. So, of course, we already had the tank car. He is quite nice. So the quality of these Dorfan cars is pretty exceptional. The paint and even the figures inside the passenger cars just are in remarkable shape for the age that they are. And I mean, obviously these were not handled with kid gloves by any stretch of the imagination. Now I did steal the the top of the cupola for the caboose there off the other one, and when we run the other ones, which I haven't got to that part yet, but we're gonna put him back on because, you know, it is apparently universal to both. So that's very, very cool. So all right, so as I just kind of alluded to, kind of spoiled it a little bit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run these cars that we just got that would, you know, normally probably go together, these eight-wheel cars, and then after we do that, we will get the eight-wheel cars off the track, and we will run the four-wheel cars. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. So all right, who wants to see this guy go around? I do. Now the passenger cars, I noticed, are wired. Now whether they work or not as far as the lighting up, and if the light bulbs are good, well, who knows? So we're gonna find out together. Let's do it. Let's watch this guy go. All right, so this looks amazing. So we got it zoomed out to where you guys can kind of see the whole track, and once we get it going, we'll get it down and do the other views that I know that you guys like. So, interestingly, this is the first time the Fandor has pulled anything other than that tank car. So, I guess we are going to see just how healthy he really is. Once again, this is from the 20s probably. So, yes, let's get him going. Let's do it. I see lights on the passenger cars. Wow. My goodness, guys. I don't care who you are. That is just cool as heck. I'm gonna move this. All right, well that is pretty freaking amazing. So how long do you imagine it's been since those passenger cars have lit up? Very, very awesome. All right, let's get you down and let's give you guys the views that I know you like. Guys, so I have the Dorfan. This is the other iteration of Dorfan cars, the four-wheel cars. Now, I happen to think when I was putting these on the track, they hook up just a little bit differently than the other ones did. I wonder if this came with a wind-up set, because I imagine that Dorfan did make a wind-up set. Now, I don't know that, but that's just a guess. So, all right. Anyway, in any case, I have a feeling that this is going to work just fine behind our fan door locomotive here. So this will be the first time that these guys have probably been around the track in quite a while. Now I did notice that this guy over here, he has a wheel that's not exactly correct. It's sitting a little bit higher, so if you think you notice that, that's not your eyes playing tricks on you. So all right, yeah, let's get this guy going. Let's see what happens. Very nice. So these are a lot less heavy than the other ones, but they don't roll quite as well just because the trucks don't move. Very nice. All right, well, you know what we're going to do next. We're going to get it down and we're going to give you the view that you like. We'll see which one that you like better. Let's do this. Alright guys, how about this for some shenanigans? Yes. So how'd you guys like the Dorfan cars? These are quite nice. Those lighted passenger cars, are they still light? That's just really awesome. Now these would have come from the 1920s. So yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. So I think that these others probably came with a wind-up set. Now I don't have any basis for that, but I do think that's the way it is. The couplers are just a little bit different, a little bit different height. They will go together with those, but only in one direction, one way, which makes me think that, yeah, that's probably what the deal is. So, all right, guys, did you guys notice the GGS Railways coffee mug? This is quite nice. This is available in our shop. This is the larger of the two sizes if you're interested. It's a lot of coffee in the larger size, but not so much that you can't drink it before it gets cold. So, yeah, get you one. Alright guys, well, you know, I think I've had enough fun for one night. So before I go, I will say that I noticed that there is a Dorfan brand steam engine on eBay right now. Now I don't know if they suffer from the same casting problems or even if it is actually Dorfan, because as you may recall from the opening, they did buy a bunch of Ive stuff and repaint it. So anyway, I was looking at that. I may or may not get that. It's at a price point that it's a little ouchy for me right now, but we may try that. I don't know. It's actually a whole set. It has the tank car and some other things. It's not in real great shape. So anyway, I may put a picture of the listing right here, and you guys can tell me what you think down in the comments. Alright guys, I think we've had enough fun for one video. I've definitely had enough fun. This has been a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys letting me share this with you because honestly, that's more than half the fun. Alright guys, until next time, GGS Railways out.